Hey everybody, Walty, welcome back to another episode of Moto Talk. Today we're going to talk about Bam Bam. Bam Bam's in a little bit of hot water. It sounds like they're ready to blacklist our boy Bam Bam for racing people too hard. People are, my gosh, you guys, what do you think this is? Ice skating? I know we need the sport to be as safe as possible. The motocross industry has always been the most dangerous sport on planet Earth. You can't make it safe. Most of us that have ridden know you can expect injury, especially if you start competing at this level. It's not if you're going to get hurt, it's always when. When I was growing up racing and even working in the industry, rubbing was racing, trading paint. That's all Barcia's doing. He's out there trading paint and rubbing. Now, does he rub too hard and does he clean some people up? Yes, absolutely. Should he be fined for it? Yes, absolutely. He's got to. I think we need more Barcias out there. Old school, getting out there and rubbing. This is motocross. This is dangerous stuff we're doing. To go out there and tiptoe around and pussyfoot around the industry, screw the industry. I love the fact that Barcia's basically giving the middle finger to the industry. And guess what? He's at the tail end of his career at this point anyway. He could get fired, banned from the sport today, and he probably wouldn't lose a lot of sleep. Now, I'm sure he doesn't want to because he can still capitalize hefty contracts and sponsor money because he's created a brand, an image. And so his results, while very important, he knows his brand and his image is equally as important in today's industry. Today is not like yesterday's industry, like when I came up before a lot of the social media was available. Now with social media, you can not only are you a racer, you're a brand. So a lot of these big companies, brands, and teams you have more value to them if you have a social media presence. A lot of these people come in, they're like, I don't play social media, it's not for me. Unfortunately, I get it. I think it's convoluting and diluting, and part of the reason we're talking today, because social media now, there's so many keyboard warriors that want to raise a big fuss because somebody traded paint or cleaned somebody else. Somebody fell off their dirt bike riding motocross. The most dangerous sport. Oh, somebody fell off their bike and he was the problem. Ban him, fine him, ban him from the sport. No, more Barcias are needed. This is motocross. If you can't hang, there's other sports for you. Ice skating or ballet or track and field. There's a lot of stuff you can do. This is motocross. I believe while Barcia might need to get his hand slapped a little harder, I don't think we need to eliminate this type of racing. This is what makes it exciting as a fan to watch. So a lot of these guys are halfway afraid. That's why you see people letting people go by, not fighting, because they're afraid they're going to get disqualified or fined. The overall, the sports body that governs the sport is turning into a bunch of weak, spineless, political puppets, in my opinion. They need to let these racers race. You know what? This was the greatest sport in the world. The second biggest motorsport, only behind NASCAR. The second most televised. Supercross, actually, is the second most televised motorsport, only behind NASCAR. It is unfair. A lot of the privateers you can't compete with these factory dudes with testing and all this stuff that they have practice bikes, unobtainium in the bikes. You can't compete with that. But if you can come out and make a good showing, crack the top 10 more than once, some team's going to get you that's what they all want. Maybe I'll get my chances of fill-in rider, right? So that's the thing, friends. This is what I'm seeing out there. I'm giving it to you, and I'm giving it to you straight. I don't like what I'm seeing. I think Bam Bam, he's earned that name for a reason since the beginning of his career, back from amateurs to 250s, now in the 450s, and all of a sudden now we don't like it. Why? Because a bunch of the governing bodies of these sports of the industry are now just slapping fines, trying to generate money and trying to make this into, basically ice skating. It's not. This is motocross. Rubbing is racing. Trading paint is trading paint. If you're afraid to pass guys, the sport's going to suffer. And that's why we're already seeing the outdoors can't even get picked up by the network anymore. Think about it. Leave a comment in the comments below. Appreciate you guys checking in today. We'll see you on the next video.